You wake up and everything looks normal until you glance at your roommate making coffee and notice a small number floating just above their head. 47. Not their age, their life expectancy. The exact number of years they have left, visible to you and only you for the rest of your life. Here's the real question. Would this ability make you wiser, or would it slowly destroy every relationship you have? Let's start with the obvious first stop, your family. You walk into the kitchen and see your parents. The numbers above their heads are smaller than you'd like. Suddenly, every ordinary Tuesday morning conversation about groceries feels different. You're not just talking to them anymore. You're doing math in your head, subtracting, calculating how many more of these mornings you actually get. Now imagine meeting someone new. A first date, a job interview, a random person in line at the coffee shop. Every single interaction now comes with an invisible countdown attached. You'd want to look away, but you can't. The number is just there, floating, judging you for judging it. Here's where it gets genuinely uncomfortable because this isn't just about other people. It's about what you do with that information. Do you tell someone their number looks low? Do you start avoiding people with small numbers, unconsciously protecting yourself from the discomfort of watching a countdown you can't stop? Psychologists call this anticipatory grief, mourning someone before they're actually gone. And this ability would hand you a permanent daily dose of it for every single person you meet. This is a genuinely great moment to subscribe, by the way, because next week we're breaking down an entirely different reality-bending scenario. And honestly, it gets stranger from here. Let's talk about the practical chaos first. Dating apps would need an entirely new feature. Life insurance companies would either go bankrupt overnight or become terrifyingly efficient. And somewhere, a hiring manager is quietly rejecting a highly qualified candidate because their number felt too low for a 5-year contract, which, by the way, is probably illegal in about 14 different ways, but good luck proving that in court. Now here's the twist that makes this genuinely interesting instead of just morbid. Numbers aren't fixed. They shift. Someone quits smoking, their number ticks up. Someone starts skipping sleep and stress eating through a rough year, their number ticks down. You wouldn't just be seeing fate. You'd be seeing consequences in real time, floating above everyone's head like a walking health report nobody asked for. Which means the people around you would start noticing you noticing. You glance at a friend's forehead a little too long, they get uncomfortable, and now you're the person everyone assumes is either judging their diet or having a small breakdown in the cereal aisle. Let's go somewhere heavier for a second, because there's a version of this that's less about strangers and more about you. What if one ordinary morning, you looked in the mirror and saw your own number for the first time? Not a stranger's, yours. Here's the uncomfortable part. Unlike everyone else's number, you'd have no way to verify if it's accurate, no way to argue with it, and absolutely no way to look away. Would you actually want to know? Take a second and answer that honestly, not the answer that sounds brave, the real one. Here's a genuinely practical silver lining, though. Research on people who've had real near-death experiences shows something consistent. Temporary awareness of mortality tends to sharpen what actually matters. People suddenly stop postponing hard conversations. They call people back. They stop scrolling through year-long grudges over things that, frankly, don't matter as much as they felt like they did at 11 p.m. during an argument. So maybe living with visible numbers wouldn't just be a horror scenario. Maybe, after the initial panic wears off, it becomes the most efficient life clarity tool humanity never asked for. Suddenly, you're not waiting for someday to say the important things. You're saying them now because you can literally see why waiting is a bad investment. But here's the deeper question buried under all of this. If you could see everyone's number except your own, would you spend your life more focused on other people's time running out, or on making sure your own unseen number doesn't quietly run out while you're busy watching everyone else's? So maybe the real what if here isn't about seeing life expectancy at all. Maybe it's about whether you're actually living like your own number matters, even without ever seeing it. Tell me honestly, if you could see this number above everyone's head, would you actually want to? Comment your real answer below. I'm reading everyone. If you're new here, this channel drops a new reality-bending what if every week, so make sure you're subscribed. See you in the next reality.